Hi everyone, and welcome to this writing guide for your anthropology class. So in this guide, I just want to give you an overview of the expectations of this class in terms of your written assignments. Keep in mind that in anthropology specifically and the social sciences more generally, you do a ton of writing. It's just part and parcel of what you do in a social science class. So it's really important at the beginning to understand the foundations of your class such that you can be more successful with your writing projects here in anthropology. So I have 6 guidelines established here, and keep in mind that some of this relates to other material in the class, for example, plagiarism, student conduct, and so forth. So just be aware that you should look at all the pages here that appear in your Getting Started module, which is the very first module you'll be working on as you join this class here in the first week. So let's go through these very briefly. You can read these more exhaustively, but I want to be sure that you understand just the importance of these rules here in terms of writing in your anthropology class. So first off, let's remember that there are word counts on assignments. So if I say, for example, that your discussion post is 150 words and you write 130 words, you can't receive full credit on that assignment. You still might have great ideas, but the assignment requires you to write at a specific word count length. Now, keep in mind if you want to, you can always go to Microsoft Word. And I'll show you an example of this. This is just a sample document. What I could do at any time if I wanted to find the word count is actually, and this will vary from computer to computer, but in Microsoft Word or any free software you might use out there, and there's numerous versions of word processing software, you can just type in the search bar word count, and then the word count will come up. It'll tell you pages, words, characters, and so forth. The key thing to focus on would be the number of words. So if the assignment was 500 and you wrote, in this case, 682, you'd be fine. If you don't want to do it that way, and if you want to type your discussion posts or other assignments directly into your Canvas shell, and we'll go over that stuff later, you can always use an online word counter. All you'd have to do is Google word counter, or you can click on the sample one I have here, and you would put your information in, and then based on that, it will spit out the number of words and characters. So that's actually pretty easy to use as well. So just be sure to do that. The second requirement is to make sure you spell check and grammar check your work. Now, this is not an English class per se. We won't be writing research papers. You'll do short written assignments at most. You won't have to do bibliographies or citations, but some ideas about good writing form are an excellent opportunity to consult. I have one sample here talking about the conventions of writing in terms of spelling, grammar, and so forth. You could Google other sources as well. There's a lot of good information out there. But one of the easiest things to do is to open up your Word document, whatever you're using. And in most cases, unless you have some settings that prevent this, an underlined word, like if it's a proper name of a place, in this case a theme park where I worked, it will be underlined. So you can see going through this, if I have any errors in spelling, like if I misspell research, it automatically gets it from the beginning. You can usually do a mouse over or right click on your mouse and change it immediately. So very easy to do. What I recommend is just putting your discussion posts or any written assignments through the word checking. If it does it automatically, you could take advantage of that. If not, run a manual check, but it's pretty easy. You can also sign up for sites like Grammarly, I know, has some really good information that will help you with your spelling and writing, and even your form, as far as like if you're writing in the passive voice or if you need to reformat your work based on some grammatical errors in terms of standardized conventions. So if you want, you can add that to your browser. It's totally free to use. Now, I'm not going to be grading your assignments in this class on like a really strict grammatical approach, if you will. Again, it's not an English research paper class or another English class, but I do expect you to have relatively spelling error-free and grammar error-free writing in this class. If you have any questions, just reach out to me on that. Now, in terms of writing and your voice, which is how you approach your writing, you can really write in the voice that you see fit. And if you're curious, click on this link. Again, all these are hot linked. And this talks about the difference between a first person, second person, third person voice, and gives you some examples as well. So kind of cool if you want to check that out. Totally up to you. If you want to write in the first person, I believe that, or third person, anthropologists believe that. Totally up to you in terms of how you might approach it. So just make a decision and stick to that if you want. Again, you can switch it up during the class. I don't really mind, but voice is, I think, always important, but I'm not requiring you to either write in the third person or first person. Totally up to you. Your comfort level probably should dictate how you approach your voice in terms of your writing. Now, none of the writing in this class should include any quotations or citations. All words must be in your own words. You can't use sources from the web. So if you're writing something about, let's say, cultural relativism, which is a topic in a cultural anthropology class, actually, let's just do cultural appropriation. That came up first. So one of the things you cannot do, if I say in Cultural Anthro 102 or any other class you're taking, write about cultural appropriation. You cannot do this. You cannot take this, cut and paste it, and then put that, I don't have a blank page or an assignment page. You can't then cut and paste that into your own work. That's considered plagiarism. If you have any questions, definitely consult the plagiarism page I've set up. So if you'd like more information about this, consult these two links. One is the LTCC Academic and Dishonesty Plagiarism Policy. It talks about everything related to these concerns. The second is the actual page and subsequent video I set up on this topic, and that is going through what the policy is in the class, how to avoid pitfalls, and how to make sure you'll get the full possible credit from the beginning when you submit your assignment. So that's area 4. Area 5, please follow all the instructions in your writing assignments. If I have a discussion post that says discuss the idea of whatever, in order to receive the full possible credit, you have to address that concept. And that's really important. So if you're writing on a topic, whether a quiz, a written assignment, a discussion post that focuses on a very specific issue, you need to meld or weave that issue into your discussion post, written assignment, or paper or quiz. So just be sure you do that and follow all the instructions. If it's being very narrow and saying you have to talk about this topic, make sure you do that in doing the writing for that. If it's more broad, then I'm not going to grade you based on a specific assumption or specific issue rather that I will expect you to have, because it's a broader assignment. So really kind of tailor that based on the assignment or work that you're writing in the class. And number 6, while you may get personal, express your opinions in your writing, it's one of the fun things about social sciences, in all honesty. Do be respectful of others and their opinions in the class. All students must abide by the code of conduct standards that we've set up at the college. They're listed here for your convenience. This is all from the official LTCC catalog. It's nothing that I wrote, but it's very specific to what happens if someone is inappropriate or gets aggressive in a class. I also have a page set up on this same topic, so be sure to watch the short video and read over the page on student conduct rules. And that's it today, then, talking about writing in your anthropology class. Again, I really wish you the most successful journey through this class, and if any questions come up about how to write any of your assignments in any of your anthro classes, just reach out to me. Go to your Canvas inbox located right here on your Canvas class shell. Send me a message, and I'd be happy to set up a Zoom session with you or answer in a written response through Canvas inbox. Thanks for listening, and good luck in your anthropology class.